Hello, Victor here. Well, this is now part 2 of the process of body death. Okay, so if you missed part 1, click on my channel, which is underneath the title of this video called Truth Be Known, and go to videos and then find uh, the process of body death, part 1. Now, where I left off was when you're in the light. This is the reason you don't want to go into it, okay? This is what I was going over. After they put on their little show for you, which will seem very real, now comes the life review of the life you just had. They will show you this by scanning your mind about what you did that was wrong or not quite right. Then they'll tell you you have to go back for one more lifetime. It's always one more lifetime. That's all they need, because it's always one more lifetime. Get the idea? Here is the thing about letting the Archons reincarnate you into another defective body on this planet. For one thing, they will wipe your memory of the last life you just had. You see how this con keeps going on, don't you? You have no idea where you will end up, what race you'll be, or gender. Gender's not a big deal, but it sure as heck is where you're going to end up on the planet. You might end up in North Korea, Iran, or Syria, or any other country that's a third world dump ground on this planet. If you can get your memories back, then you can get your abilities back. And when you're on even ground with anything these Archons can dream up. See, if you got your abilities back, you're even with them. Okay? Plus your memories, you're going to know exactly what to do and how to deal with them. Otherwise, you might want to reincarnate on your own. Okay? You can pick your own country, find a hospital, and go to the delivery room. Find a mother-to-be that you like, and just when her baby is being born, think to yourself, I will remember my past life. I now assume this body. And when you say that, you dive into it. You just like you're diving into a pool of water from a diving board. Okay? You stay above, and then bam, you just go, you think yourself right into it. And if it doesn't work, find another, pregnant woman. It's about to deliver. It's your choice at this point. Unless you got that Archon helper out there trying to drag you into the light. And I told you in the first part how to deal with that. And you don't need to go into the light to reincarnate, but you must not try to go past the moon. If you try to escape this the planet and go out there, you're going to have a problem, because there are Archon police. There's an Archon police force out there, and they will ship you into the light. If you had a body, they'd ship you back to your body. But they know whether you have one or not. There's a communication line from your body. If you had a body and you were out of it, there's a communication line. Some people call this a silver cord. Well, some people can see it and some people can't. If you want to see it, just say to yourself, "I want to see my silver. I want to see my silver cord," and that's your spiritual line. It's a communication line to your body, and the archons know. Okay, they know what you know. Let's put it that way, and they know more than you know if you're in a near-death experience, because they can tell you whether your body's going to expire, and whether you need to reincarnate, or if it's not going to expire, they're going to tell you you have to go back to your body. That's what they do. Okay, so you don't need to, you must not try to go past the moon. There is an Archon police force out there, and they will ship you into the light. They don't have any place else to ship you to. And they're not going to allow you to get past them. They got this thing locked down. If you were in a spaceship, you could go anywhere you want because they know you're coming back. You're in your body, you see. But they really don't want us going away from Earth. That's for sure. So try to remember those things, and something to remember about the dimensions. I've got time here. You've got 8 dimensions, okay, and the ones that are the first and second come along with the third. I don't know why everybody says the first and second, you got to have length and height in order to have depth. Well, it's automatic. They didn't, when they created the third dimension, they just created the length and height were automatic. Okay, they could have called it the first dimension or something. They didn't have to call it the third. But it somehow it got in its nomenclature as the third dimension, which is the physical dimension. It's the only dimension that's physical. From there, they're all spiritual. Your fourth dimension is where your mind and thoughts are. Okay? And then your fifth dimension, well, people trying to tell us to ascend to the fifth dimension, and we're going to ascend. Yay, I can ascend to the fifth dimension. Oh boy, this is going to be neat. You cannot observe the higher dimensions, any higher than the fourth dimension, unless you're out of body. Okay? If we could, we'd have done it a long time ago. But, and if we do, we're not even aware of it. Okay? So, we are aware of our thoughts and our minds, and that's the spiritual fourth dimension. And the fifth, all the way to the eighth, are also spiritual. So, the only one that can really hurt you, make you feel pain, is the third dimension. And all the other ones you can't get hurt in unless you agree to it. And I don't know, agreeing to that's not a good idea. What it could do is you could lose energy or something like that. But pain and suffering, and you'd have to agree to it. In the third dimension, we have matter, energy, space, and time, and we can get hurt, and our bodies can die, but we can't. So, also, the fourth dimension, etheric matter, energy, no space, and no time. Now you put those two together because they work hand in hand on this planet. We can only access, with 2 strands of DNA, the third and fourth dimensions. That's it. And what do they school us on? The third dimension. What's physical? What you can touch? All this stuff. So they never teach you about the spiritual dimension, not even the fourth dimension, even though it's right there. Every time you think something, that's the fourth dimension. So, yeah, when you think of no space and no time, okay, and you put that in with the physical dimension that has space and time, now they collide. And the reason why things don't solve in this third dimension is because of that very thing. Because you've got two dimensions fighting one another with space and no space and space, time and no time. Now you know why wounds and things that happen to our bodies take a long time to heal. You know, because you got this push-pull going. So it all comes down to the fact that we've been demoted from 12 strands of DNA to 2 strands of DNA. We don't have our Creator God abilities. We cannot leave the body at will. We could heal the body if it ever got in a problem. We could go out of body and heal the body. Jesus did this sort of thing because he had ET abilities. He had his Creator God abilities, and they're trying to make us believe he's the only one in the universe that ever could do such things, and the ETs do them all the time. This is the way it was. A life, an incarnation is supposed to work. You're supposed to have all 12 strands of DNA. So, in my other series, I have other videos that you might be interested in. The Creation Cycle series tells about the creation of the third dimension, what we were at the beginning of time, the actual starting of time where things got created, right up, and what happened after that right up to present time. You see, because we started out as creator gods, and now we're on this planet because of the archons. So, because we got here, like I said, so the archons. The Archons and Reincarnation series will give you a lot more info on this subject about the Archons and the light. See, if you want to learn more about this, click on videos and you'll see the Archons and Reincarnation series. I think they're in 3 parts, so good information to know what's going on. You can always reply. I thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.